African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere.
And I agree with that statement that lady just made right there. So I've been seeing videos of people talking about Black Americans are going to get deported once they are done with the Latinos and other set of people. And I said to myself, please, how is that going to happen? If you're going to be deporting Black Americans, please, where are you deporting these guys to? Because America is where they call home. This is where they've been over 400 years ago. So what are we talking about here? So guys, welcome to today's video. If you're new to this space, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. And to the new subscribers, you're welcome to this space. So let us get right into the video.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere. And you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American community that has not come out because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit for them.
I get it, but I don't.
Me and you support, but in masses we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not gonna talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're going to kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black ass.
She said African Americans community, not Black American community. Two different communities. Is it crack? Like, what is it? You trying to play with me? You trying to play in my face right now? First of all, Black Americans were coined African American. It was popularized in 1988 by Jesse Jackson. We've been renamed and reclassified in this country a few times. Sometimes even without our consent. We know exactly who she was talking about when she said African American. She was talking about Black Americans that were here before the inception of this country. If she mentioned can't be deported, who she talking about? If you're an African, you can be deported. I'm not an African. I am a United States of America citizen. So what group of Black people can't be deported? Caribbeans could be deported back to their countries. Black Brits could be deported. Africans could be deported to their countries back over on the continent. Let's not play stupid. Like, don't be dense. Like, y'all are really trying it. This is why we have to stop calling ourselves African American. Because now all of a sudden y'all really trying to destiny swap and co-opt our lived experience. She also said people that have experience with civil rights movements. Who did that? Black Americans. And that's why you're able to migrate over here right now and walk around freely. Because of Black Americans. The ones that were born here, the ones who have a long lineage here. Not first gen, not second gen, not even third gen. I'm talking about the ones that were here before this country was established. Stop fucking playing with me. Get out my comments. Y'all getting on my nerves. We gotta spread love is the Brooklyn way. Like, who? The African American community and the Black American community are two different. Shut up.
Y'all know when Latinos and Hispanics be like Black Americans are next? They really thought that Black Americans are immigrants. And that explains why they voted the way they voted. They tried to get us up out of here. But I got to say to the Latino community, not only did your ESL classes, but the American educational system failed you tremendously. Because Black Americans are not immigrants and we're not going anywhere. And this is how ill-informed they are. They really think because they're in the middle between black and white that they're white adjacent. When that's far from the truth. It's only 3 categories that's broken down in this country. You have white Americans, you have non-whites, and you have Black Americans. The people in the middle, y'all just extras in this movie. The main characters are the white Americans and the black Americans, and sometimes the Native Americans make a guest appearance. This country spent too much money, trillions of dollars, in painting black people as the bad guys. That's the default, to even get rid of black Americans. As sad as that may sound. And you know who's catching on quick, who's learning the game real quick? Africans and Caribbeans. That's why they're cosplaying as black Americans. They're not cosplaying as black Americans to trick us black Americans. They're doing it to trick white Americans because they don't want to be deported.
People know black Americans is not no fucking immigrants. They just be having something to say. They know we are not immigrants. But they do kind of, bring a point up when they be talking about, oh, you guys don't know where you from. You guys don't know where you from. We always say we from America. We've been from America for the last 400, 500, 600,000 years. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, huh? How is that possible? Because we are Americans. Like you guys are Nigerian and Ethiopian and Jamaican and South American and Brazilian and Colombia and all of these different things, Cuban and all of them. We are American, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where we from. So I kind of understood where people was coming from when they was like, but you guys know where you from. No, you guys didn't know where we was from. We knew where we was from. We know where we from. All right? So that's what it is.
I love that because I'm black, I'm supposed to be writing for illegal immigrants, and everybody's like, oh, ICE is going to come for you next. I'm like, I was born and raised in America. Where are they going to deport me to? Ohio?
I noticed a lot of black people not really trying to get active in the whole, deportation thing. And I can understand because that's dealing with non-Americans. Y'all, black people are American. The issue that you guys are facing has nothing to do with racism. Now, we'll fight with you for the racism, but y'all, the issue is the president wants y'all out the country. My people were forced, dragged here, and get our ass beat. We ain't trying to be on this motherfucker. You guys are trying to stay here. So, the issue at hand is y'all are going to have to join with the Haitians, the Africans. You going to have to join with those black brothers and sisters. Not the African Americans, not us who are born, rooted, and built this country. We can't do nothing for y'all. It's out of our hands.
The Latina lady made mention of a statement and she said, if you're looking for an ass to kiss, then you should be kissing a black ass. And I totally agree with her. And I think I need to shout it that black Americans are not immigrants. People should get that stuck into their brain. It's so simple. It's so simple. You go out there and get information. Black Americans were forcefully brought into the United States, into North America. It was not by choice. These were guys that were brought in here in chains, in shackles. They were shipped all the way from Africa, different parts of West Africa, and they were brought into the United States of America. So calling them immigrants is something that should be offensive to them. So for clarity's sake, black Americans are not immigrants in the traditional sense. And here is a clear breakdown. Most black Americans are descendants of Africans who were forcibly brought to the United States through the transatlantic slave trade between the 1600s and 1800s. That is like over 200 years. So slavery lasted for about 246 years. That is a long time. They did not immigrate by choice, so they are not considered immigrants. Their ancestors were enslaved and born into a system of slavery in the United States. These black Americans have been in the US for many generations and are foundational to American history and culture. I think that is so clear enough. While we have the black Americans that were brought in here through the transatlantic slave trade, there is also a significant number of black people in America who are called immigrants. So these guys now are people that came to the United States by choice. These are people whose families immigrated recently into the United States. And if you're talking about that, you'll be looking at the Caribbean countries, immigrants that come from countries like Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad, and any other countries considered Caribbean. Then you have other parts of the world like the UK, like Canada, like the Latin America, and the likes. Then we have immigrants that come from African nations like Nigeria, Ethiopia, Ghana, Senegal, Eritrea, and a host of other countries. These are people that are black, therefore they are called immigrants. So if anybody is saying that black Americans are immigrants, it's very simple. Go out there and get knowledge. You have your phones right there in your hands. What are you waiting for? Go to Google, go to ChatGPT. You are going to get a lot of information. So anybody calling black Americans immigrants, please, I think it is time to stop that, because for me, I see that to be offensive. After all the traumas these guys have gone through, you calling them immigrants is something that is so disgusting to the ears. And I think black Americans, they deserve the respect that they deserve. If you're saying that black Americans should be deported, why did you make the wrong choice when it was the time of the election? Why didn't you make the choice to vote for people that share your interest, people that understand what it means for you to come into this place and try to get yourself settled down in the United States of America? Then I remember I used to call the black Americans. Then I met someone that said, no, don't call us black Americans, African Americans, and all that. And recently I've been watching videos and I've been seeing comments where people are saying that no, we are not African Americans, we don't identify ourselves as Africans, we are black, call us black Americans. And as much as possible, I want to try to respect the choices people make and call them what they want me to call them. If you want me to address you as a black American, I address you as a black American. If you want me to address you as an African American, I address you as an African American. So I had to go check to get information, and it said both black and African American are commonly used terms to describe people of African descent in the United States, and neither is inherently right or wrong. The preference often comes down to individual choice and personal identity. Black is generally considered a racial identification, while African American often refers to an ethnicity, specifically those with ancestry from the African continent. Then he went further, saying that black, this term is broader and can encompass anyone of African descent, regardless of their specific origin or nationality. African American, this term typically refers to people of African descent who are also American citizens or residents, often with roots tracing back to the transatlantic slave trade. So for me, it all boils down to what individuals want you to address them as. If they say they want to be addressed as black American, I think we should just respect that. And if they say they want to be addressed as African American, we should also respect that. So to the black American brothers and sisters out there, do you prefer people calling you black American, African American? Kindly drop that in the comment section, and also you can enlighten us more in the comment section. And this reminds me of what my African people will say, Nigeria precisely. They will say you are part and parcel of us. In summary, the point I am making is that black Americans are part and parcel of the system that makes up the United States of America. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you've watched up to this point and you find this video so interesting, kindly click on the subscribe button, like the video, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we are going to see in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye bye.